Another week, another dollar day, dollar. Life's a bitch, and then you holler, all that good shit.
Well, yeah, bars today. Okay.
Hey, I'll bring the bars today. Why not? Why not? Why not? All right. We are here. Episode 9. Welcome to B&B on the Clock. It's your host, the coach. So my other host, my guy, my cuz, JB the Kid 1. We are here today. JB the Kid, how was your week?
It was a pretty good short week because we came out for 4 days.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. Let's just say I'm glad the week is over. It was a lot of, we got to get it. Like I said, I think a couple of weeks ago, we had a change of responsibility coming up. So I was cashed out of basically doing all the dirty work, getting the venue, securing the flags, getting chairs and all that good stuff or whatever. And me not knowing where a lot of this stuff was because I'm new, I had to kind of figure it out and call people and all that good stuff.
The Army's way of telling you to figure shit out. Okay.
Basically, yeah. But the good news I got is that I'm good to go to get my braces on Monday.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a big deal for me because I've been walking around with my teeth, all jacked up for about 30 years. And so for me, this is a big deal. So next time y'all see me, I will be Brace Face Butler. I think the next episode comes out next week, so it'll be my dirty 30 next week. So
that's right. Yeah, pre-advanced dirty 30 for the guy. Man, this week has been, and it wasn't as bad as last week. I'll say that. Let's start there.
Yes, sir.
Let's start there. So physically, shoulders doing a lot better. Hopefully next week I can get cleared and get back to full duty at work. Word. Which I kind of missed. I missed a lot, actually. Life's still life. I mean, not to go too deep on here, not to put nothing really out there. I mean, if you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen some things and some things was going on and they're still going. So it is what it is.
Word.
Can't really change those things. So at this point, I'm just living and, trying to see what goes. Kids are back in school except one. He's still here. He goes back not this week coming, but the following week, the 8th. Right. He goes back to school. But today we're going to go get some school uniforms because we got to go get that shit done. He got to get them joints. So we got to go get his uniform and shit today. So
what's his colors?
It's like navy blue and gray. It's nothing crazy. It's like a navy. Well, he got to wear a white button-down shirt. That's what it is. He got to wear a white button-down shirt with a tie that's red and navy blue. And then he's got to wear gray slacks. But, it's high school, man. He's in 9th grade. So for him, the adjustment is going from wearing a polo style shirt at his school to wearing an actual button down there with a tie. So that's going to be the change for him. But yeah, man, everybody go back to school and everybody be back in school and I'll be happy because there'd be some peace and quiet around here somewhat. So I'll be real happy with that. As far as life goes, it's going. I'm here. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Word. Yes, sir.
We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
So we are about to get on the clock here. So let's get our glasses up. I almost took mine off the screen. All right. And let's welcome everybody to B&B on the Clock again. We are here, episode 9. You know how we start this thing. We start the same way every week. I got to tell you fans something. Listen, I know last week I didn't give y'all a description. I didn't give y'all a lot of stuff last week. I wasn't even personally here last week. Y'all might have seen me physically, but I wasn't here mentally. So last week's show, I will take on the chin and say I did y'all a disservice. Probably shouldn't have did last week's show, to be honest. But we gonna get y'all content no matter what. No matter how my life is going, I'm going to get y'all content. That's just who I am.
There it is.
That's just what it is. So as y'all know, we like to start with the sports thing. So we're going to start it off with the sports thing. We've been doing the NFL every week. We've done every division now. Now we're going to do our playoff predictions and Super Bowl predictions. I'm going to let the kid go first because, this is normally how we do things. So let's get it going.
Okay, boom. So playoffs is we have an extra team in this year, right?
Yeah.
Extra team and stuff. So
you're right.
Based off of the how we went through the division, who won the divisions and all that good stuff.
You going
playoff
NFC first?
Matchups.
You going NFC first or AFC first?
All right, so yeah, let's do the NFC. So, as far as who I feel like is going to come out and represent the NFC, that's tough, honestly.
Okay.
It's really tough for me because I want to go with Green Bay, just because Aaron Rodgers is a bad man, you know.
That's a bad man.
He really is, though. Like, Aaron Rodgers' number speaks volumes. I really love the way he plays the quarterback position. But Tom Brady happens to be in the NFC now. So anything is possible. Like, I seen it all. After he won the Super Bowl last year, I would never doubt Tom Brady ever again. I would not bet against Tom Brady. So I feel like
unless he's playing the NFC East, and then you can bet against him. You can bet against him if he's playing the NFC East.
Absolutely. My sleeper team in the NFC, I would say, to make the playoffs would probably be the Eagles. Not trying to be biased. I feel like there's a lot of question marks on that team. It's a lot of questions on that team. And so I don't see us making the playoffs. I
thought you was about to say you was putting them in there.
No, so I don't have a making the playoffs like a solid pick. I still think as I looked more to the Redskins, I did see what you were seeing, but I will not bet against the Cowboys right now. I hate to say that, but I feel like the Cowboys are more a complete team. However, that defense in the Washington is pretty scary. So, like I said, we'll see. Giants, no. I ain't got nothing for them Giants. But as far as the sleeper team, I would have to say probably the Eagles. And the AFC, who I got coming out, I feel like it's another one of those, anything can happen over there too. But if I had to pick one, Pat, my homeboy, and the Chiefs, I feel like they come out the AFC again. Once again, that's another team that can go out and ball out. My sleeper team this year would probably have to be the Jaguars. I see the Jaguars kind of making some noise with my boy Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Trevor Lawrence could kind of get them into the playoff. Might not win nothing, but I can see him by himself. I feel like they were like, what? They won one game or I think one game?
Listen, have you watched him play yet?
Yeah.
The game looks a little too fast for him at the NFL level. He hasn't looked as sharp in the two preseason games I've saw.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will say that I don't feel like he's a bust.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying this season, I feel like the game right now, the game is moving too fast for him. Like his reads have been really late, but I think he has all the tools to be exceptional. So right. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have the tools to be exceptional. I'm just saying right now, if they are in the hunt by like week 8 or 9, then yeah, I would agree with you that they could possibly be a sleeper making the playoffs.
Also back to that, I'm sorry, I forgot. Going back to the NFC, my boy Jameis Winston got the QB1 job. So
yes.
That's another team that it can also make some noise at NFC South. That's one it's like the Panthers. I do want to see what Sam Darnold's gonna do, all the weapons he has down there with Chris McCaffrey coming back.
Yeah.
So like I said, I think this season is actually gonna be pretty entertaining. We have 18 weeks of an NFL season now. So a lot of things are going to be a whole lot, like a little bit different and more games to watch or whatever. And then you always have them teams that nobody expected to do anything, right? I think we can all say that we don't see the Texans doing anything. That's one team we just know. But I feel like there's certain teams out there we know, but it's some teams that are put together. Like I want to see what Jalen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa, what they do. There's a lot of teams that I don't know. But if I had to pick, I feel like it's a Super Bowl rematch. It's going off the strength. I feel like Tom Brady. At this time, though, I feel like Patrick Mahomes actually beats Tom Brady in them because they have an offensive line now, and that was the biggest flaw. So
that was big key. That was big. That was
huge. It made Devin White look like Ray Lewis. So, but yeah, so those are my picks. I feel like it's a Super Bowl rematch. Each team come out the NFC. I can't really give you playoffs because I need to look at it. Like I wish I would have had I pulled it up a playoff seeding and I can kind of scribble it.
I just did.
I did. So, if I could go ahead, what do you hear yours?
So you got so I'm gonna pick the 4 division winners, and then it's 3 wild card teams. Okay. So the 4 division winners for the NFC, I'm gonna go with the Packers, Buccaneers.
Okay.
Rams. Is that who I picked already? Did I pick the Rams when we did our predictions?
They in the NFC West?
Yeah. Oh, and Washington. That's my 4. Yeah. Okay. So the 4 I picked when we did our division predictions, the 4 I picked. So I had the Rams, I had the Packers, Bucks, and the Washington football team. My 3 wild cards, I got the Seahawks, the Saints, and I want to say it's going to be one of them teams out of the West. I really want to say it's going to either be, because I don't see another division I don't have another division having a second team coming out of this. I see it's 3 teams out of the West. So I'll take the Cardinals as the third as the third wild card. So out of that, I have the Packers. I have the Packers and Bucks meeting in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
that's who I got. I got a rematch of last year. And I'm not betting against Tom again. So I got Tom going back to the Super Bowl.
Can't do it.
It hurts me to say that, but I got Tom
that's
going
what
back
I was
to the
saying.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
On the AFC side, I got the Chiefs as the 1 seed again. I got the Bills winning the AFC East. I got the Colts winning the AFC South. Yeah. Got the Colts winning the AFC South. You heard it here first. And I got the Ravens winning the AFC North.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's going to be a tough division, though, because I feel like the Browns are about to surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah, I think the Browns, and I got the Browns as a wild card team. I got the Titans as a wild card team.
Right, yeah, definitely a wild card team.
And I need one more wild card team. Excuse me. I would have said the Steelers normally, but I got a feeling that a team out of the AFC East is going to shock some people, and it's going to be the Dolphins, and they're going to be a wild card team.
Yeah. If I had to pick anybody, it would be the Dolphins. Personally.
So who I have in the AFC Championship game, I'm going to shock everybody. I might not because I'm biased. So you should already know where I'm going with this. I'm going Kansas City versus the Indianapolis Colts.
Jesus, fix it.
I knew you were going to say that. Because I got my man on a redemption tour with his favorite coach, Frank Wright, and they're going to get to the AFC Championship game. So they'll be there. The Chiefs will be there. And then I don't go against Pat Mahomes for nothing. And then I got that rematch of the Super Bowl, Brady versus Mahomes, but I ain't betting against Brady again either. So I'm going Brady winning the Super Bowl for back-to-back years, solidifying his GOAT status as the greatest quarterback ever.
It sounds real good. I'll be mad.
With 8 rings.
Because who's beating that? Like, he making it real hard. Like, he making
Bro,
it
listen. I always said Montana was the GOAT because he was 4-0 in the Super Bowl. He won 4 MVPs in the Super Bowl. Like I said, Montana was GOAT for a long time. Brady the GOAT. Like he was the GOAT. He was the GOAT for me after the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah.
He was the GOAT for me.
Yeah, after that, like, I didn't question nothing.
Yeah, he was the GOAT for me after that. You know, the Atlanta Super Bowl solidified his GOATness for me. But
yeah, absolutely.
I agree with. I know dudes who still say Montana's the GOAT. I mean, but I just can't say that.
And I hate to do this, but
oh man, here we go. Go ahead, go there so I can kill that right now. You can go there because I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I told you I'm here this week to pod. I am here to pod this week. I'm here. So let's go. You can say what. Go ahead, say it. I'm waiting.
I'm glad your soliloquy is over. So what I was going to say was, I feel like, because I heard that too, right? And I always compare it to like the people that are legit just stuck in their ways with the Jordan joint, right? And they're just not going to be like, hey, like.
It's not the same comparison.
No, listen, hear me out. I'm not comparing. You're not even let me finish? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sip your drink. All right. So if there was another person, right, that was like 6-0 in the finals or whatever, or something like that, like something that was like almost comparing to like Jordan, right? It was 6 because we do about finals. We don't do about nothing else. We just do finals. So 6-0 or whatever. And I feel like a lot of people that just seen Joe Montana and that was their dude. You have a lot of people like that. So that's what I was saying. Like a lot of people, they had Joe Montana. Here comes Tom Brady. It's the system. It's the system. It's the system. And then he finally does something that's like, all right, bro, ain't nobody doing that, right? Ain't nobody coming back like from like 3-4 touchdowns down. You know what I'm saying? So like in the first Super Bowl to go in overtime, like there was a lot of stuff that happened that's kind of solidified it. So that's why I say, like, I feel like you always have those people that generational fans. Like I feel like you had people that were in the Jordan Magic. There's people before, like they say Jordan's not the GOAT. They came like they feel like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and all them.
Kareem was the GOAT. Yeah,
Kareem was the GOAT, right? Yeah, I heard those. I definitely heard those from old heads, especially Kareem one. I heard Kareem was the GOAT, and they don't Jordan. He couldn't even beat Isaiah Thomas. Trust me, I've heard it. So there's a lot of stuff.
I mean, that's a lot of people's thing about Mike is that he couldn't beat Isaiah. But as I remember it, Isaiah got wins against everybody. He don't got too many losses against people. He got wins against Bird. He got wins against.
I'm tracking.
He got wins against Magic.
Hey, side note, I know we're not supposed to be talking about basketball right now, but we're not. I see the post. Though. They were saying that. Have you noticed that nobody before Jordan started winning the championship says Jordan is the GOAT? And that's very true. Because you know,
say it one again.
A lot of people, the era that was like Magic, Bird, you can put Wilt in there. Like the 70s and 80s, right? Okay. People from that era or played in that era don't call Jordan the GOAT.
Well, Magic does. So I think you got to say that Magic does.
Magic wanted LeBron to get to the Lakers. I would say he's the GOAT too, even if I didn't believe it.
But he does say Jordan is the GOAT. He does say that. He says that a lot. And he says Jordan saved basketball. Even though he actually saved basketball, him and Bird, to be honest.
Fact.
But Jordan just took basketball global. Jordan took the game global.
I would say this about Magic. He's really never had any bad thing to say about anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm not – Magic's my guy. Everybody know I'm a Magic Johnson fan.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I'm not going to – I want to hear from, like, the people like Isaiah.
But even Bird has said that Jordan was the GOAT. Like, Bird has said that multiple times. But Bird is also – he also called him Black Jesus. So he was the one that gave him the name Black Jesus. So –
I thought that was Reggie Miller.
No, that was Bird. Bird said he was Jesus. He said that's not Michael Jordan. That's Jesus. That's God disguised as Michael Jordan. Then he called him Black Jesus.
I could have sworn.
And then Reggie Miller heard the name from Chuck Person because Chuck Person was like, "You going against Black Jesus today? Like you going to let Black Jesus talk?" And that's why he said he started calling him Black Jesus or the Black Cat. Because he doesn't call him MJ.
I remember Black Cat. Yeah,
he doesn't call him MJ or he doesn't call him Jordan. He calls him one of them two.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That was our sidebar. Sorry, folks. We got to,
Hey, listen, my bad.
I'm here today. I just need y'all to say I'm here today. I'm really here today. So
the boy said he reclaiming his time, huh?
So I think Brady is definitely the GOAT. And this will go into our GOAT conversation, which we're going to have, I believe, episode 1 of season 2. So we're going to definitely talk about the GOATs and figure out who we think are GOATs in all sports.
Hey, side note though, I don't think like Tom Brady's the GOAT in football though. Just want to throw that out there.
Ooh, okay. And listen, hey, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm gonna nod my head. I'm gonna nod my head. Listen, hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest about that because I kind of agree with that statement. I don't think he's the GOAT of football. I think he's the GOAT of the quarterback position.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's the GOAT of football. Like, to be the GOAT of football, you got to be super talented, and not to say Brady's not talented because he's very talented. Listen, he's the man, but he also is a tree standing in the pocket and he can't move that well. So listen, like I think when you talk GOATs, we're gonna really preface this when we talk GOATs. Yeah. But yeah, I got them two back in the Super Bowl. I got Tom winning. I think that. Oh shit. Okay, I think that Tom is winning another one. I think he's winning another one, man. I think he'll be Super Bowl MVP again. He'll get 8, and we'll be talking about his legacy. Is he coming back? Is he coming back for another? Like, he said his famous statement is his favorite ring is his next one. So he got 7 of them. I mean, how many more do you need? But I guess he needs 8 this season. So yeah. Oh man, I didn't do it. Shirt. I'm wearing my son's bread again. All right, I forgot. So I had to do that real quick. And you rock the hippie gang again. All right. So we still talking football. We're gonna talk Eagles for a second. And we're gonna talk Jalen Hurts. There was a poll taken by some experts and media people, and Jalen Hurts was ranked the second worst quarterback out of 32 quarterbacks, meaning he's ranked number 31 out of the starting quarterbacks in the league. 32 teams, 32 starting quarterbacks. He's ranked 31st. Listen, some of the people they got on this list above him, I just don't agree with. I thought he was at least top 25. I didn't think he was over top 15. I thought he was anywhere between 25 and 15. Listen, man, that list is crazy. Because some of the guys they got above him, like, man, listen, I'm going to let you touch on it first.
No, I'm just trying to find the article.
I mean, I got the list right here if you want me to run the list down.
No, I need to put my eyes on it. Is it from Bleacher Report?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I could.
Yeah, I got it right here. I wish you could screen share it right now. Because do you want me to send it to you real quick? Because I got the picture right here. I can send it to you real fast.
All right, go ahead. Oh, here it is. Okay, never mind. I found it.
Oh, all right, I just sent it to you anyway.
So yeah, let's go. All right, so they got. Oh, then it's a better. Okay, it's a better look at it. Okay, so yeah, your picture is better.
I screenshot the actual picture. I wanted that list.
Yeah, I seen that same picture on Facebook. Yeah.
I didn't want that article. I wanted that picture right. I wanted that list right there.
Okay, so here it is.
Teddy Bridgewater, for real.
So all right, with top 10, I don't have Ryan Tannehill in the top 10. Dak Prescott, what have you done for me lately? That's what I had an issue with. As in the top 10. So top 10 real quick, guys. So if you haven't seen the list, they got Patty Mahomes, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Matt Ryan, Dak Prescott, Ryan Tannehill, and Kyler Murray. So at the top 10, who I'm taking out, I'm probably taking out Dak and Ryan, to be honest. I feel like Ryan Tannehill he's only doing what he's doing because right now they're feeding that beast down there on the Tennessee Titans named Derrick Henry. That's the only reason why I feel like he's actually a decent quarterback. Now, he does have a weapon in Julio Jones that has joined the team with A.J. Brown on the other side.
I'm about to say, he had A.J. Brown already. So,
listen. Yeah, so I'm not saying. So that's why I was like, maybe they're going off of what they have for the team currently constructed.
Well, they went off of last year's stats. From what I read in the article, they went off of last year's numbers and where they carried their teams last year.
But they got so going from number 32, so 31 on up. So they got Zach Wilson, rookie.
Yeah.
No. Jimmy Garoppolo, no. Trevor Lawrence, sorry, you're a rookie. No. Like, these are issues I have.
Well, they're potential. So Zach Wilson, they say his potential is higher than Jalen Hurts. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be the next coming of Peyton Manning, so he better be higher than Jalen Hurts.
But see, that's the issue I always have with these lists. I can't grade you off potential because
but that's what it is, though.
But that's the case, right? Remember when Vince Young came out of college, right? If we were doing top lists, his potential was excellent. He beat the dream team that USC had back in 2004, I think it was. So,
yeah, but his potential still, but he couldn't throw out of the pocket. He wasn't a pocket passer.
But I'm saying though, he balled out for Texas though. He was a nice scrambling quarterback that balled out.
Yeah, but see, college and NFL are different. The game is faster than NFL, so you got to think. You got to think faster too. So
look at this list: Zach Wilson from BYU.
But people think Zach Wilson is
legit. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't
again. Zach Wilson came from a guy who people thought was going to get drafted in the 3rd round, and he went to these workouts and became the number 2 overall pick because people think he is a legitimate star.
Oh yeah, okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what people are saying. He's a star. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. We watched Trevor Lawrence for the last 3-4 years. You know what Trevor Lawrence is.
Yeah, but my thing is, I can't make a list based off potential though.
So again, when they slotted Jalen Hurts,
so now that's what I'm saying.
I don't think Andy Dalton's higher than him.
Of course not. Daniel Jones.
I don't think Daniel Jones is higher than him.
But you just contradicted yourself in a sense where you're saying they grade off of last year's stats.
But hold on, no. What I'm saying is, I think Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence are higher than both of those guys that I just said.
So, but what I'm saying, so that's why I said they're building this list. I feel like as the team that is currently constructed, because they can't.
Even if they're building it currently constructed, Zach Wilson doesn't have a team around him. He doesn't have a weapon. He has no weapons. Really, Tyrod Taylor. No, hold on. I'm gonna give you somebody who doesn't have real weapons. Jared Goff doesn't have weapons.
Detroit
does not have. He left. He's with the Giants.
So what, Kenny Galladay or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Galladay is with the Giants.
He is right.
Yeah, they don't have receivers. That's what I'm saying. They drafted a lineman.
Oh, that's what
they drafted somebody to block his blind side.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, like, if you look at something like Sam Darnold has weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Tua has weapons. Jameis got weapons when the boy get back, when the guy get back, when Mike get back.
I ain't gonna lie though, but with Sean Payton, he can make lemon out of lemonade though. So.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're looking at this list. And again, like, I don't think Jalen Hurts should be 31st.
Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they're doing for last what you call stats, Jameis Winston had a career that led the league in interceptions last year.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
That's right. He rode the bench last year. You're right. He rode the bench last year. But my point exactly. So that's why I said they can't be going off of last year's stats. There's no way. No. They have to be going off of what they're projected to do.
That could be the case. That could be
something, because it is a projected stat. Then okay, I can kind of see, because we only had a handful to see of Jalen Hurts. So that's why it makes.
And you don't know what this receiving core actually is either.
Exactly. It literally is like you seen a flash in the pan from the boy Jalen Reagor. You seen. I ain't gonna lie though. I think Quez Watkins about to take off this year. That's my sleeper on our team. I think that might be the dude to watch right there. I tell you what though, whenever the Eagles want to draft a linebacker, bro, I would be more than happy to go up to the green room and talk to these dudes. Bro, golly, man, we ain't had a linebacker since Jordan Hicks.
It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long season.
But yeah, so I'm with you though. I don't agree with Jalen Hurts being 31, but if they're doing it because like we just don't know. Because he played 5 games or whatever. Yeah. So like it was small. It was a small sample size. These guys on the list a little bit, but they've been proven in the league. So like Tyrod Taylor, I feel like got a bad hand. That's another story though. But
yeah.
But like Jameis Winston, he literally rode the bench last year. But that that, as you've seen during the preseason, the flashes of what he could do. Like you said, Sam Darnold, new team. Joe Brady is down there with the Panthers. Like it's different people on here. Ryan Tannehill, like I said, got Julio on one side, got AJ on the other. So like we'll see. But I think it's going to be. I think like Jalen's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I feel like
he's definitely going to put a chip on his shoulder now. Before we talk about ESPN, because we're talking about lists, let's talk about Russ. We're gonna go NBA. So let's talk about Russ being ranked number 10 on the point guard list.
Name me 10 better. That's all I want. Just name me 10 better.
I didn't look at that list because I was upset.
All I want is 10 better. That's all I want.
I was upset with how they put Russ at 10. So I didn't look at the list and I didn't look to see who they had listed where. But I did hear the statement that they had Kyrie listed 3. And I'm like, he just told everybody he's not a point guard no more. He's a 2. So I'm kind of confused, but I understand he's still classified as a point guard. But if I go 10 point guards better than Russ, Steph, Kai, Dame,
so here it is, right here.
Okay, because can you just send me a picture of it? Just send me a picture of it. I need to look at it.
They got freaking Steph number 1. Who was it? They got Steph number 1.
Yeah.
Dame 2. Kyrie 3. Trae Young 4. Chris Paul 5. Ja freaking Morant 6. Drew Holiday.
See, I already disagree with this list at number 9. I already did disagree with the list at number 9. I quit at number 9.
De'Aaron Fox, number 8.
I quit.
The starting point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers, Ben Simmons at number 9.
I quit.
10, Russell Westbrook.
I quit. Right there, that list is
so
trash.
If I was doing this list, but look, you're in charge, go ahead and do this list. Steph is number 1. I feel like Steph right now is the best point guard in the league. If I had a draft and it was like, hey, who you build a team around, it would be Steph, hands down. 2 will be Damian Lillard. I feel like a more athletic Steph at this point. He could dunk, but he has the same range as Steph. He shoots dang near the same clip as Steph. Kyrie Irving, that's where I have a problem. Okay, so Kyrie, like I said, I'm all about what have you done for me lately, and right now you've been either touring, complaining about sneakers, or injured. Okay, so you can't be this high on this list, sir.
I'm not going to say that.
Russ is number 3.
I'm not saying that either. So
Russ is top 3. There's no way. The reason why I don't like the fact that he is not higher on this list is because, my man, y'all have gotten tired of averaging a triple-double.
I'm not tired of that. I can't believe, but I don't think he's better than Chris Paul. So I don't think he's better than Chris Paul.
Right now,
I don't think he's better than Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is 3. I think Chris Paul is 3.
Okay, all right, let's go with that. Because the Chris Paul effect is real. If we have seen that, what he just did this, I'll give you that. Everybody fresh off the Phoenix Suns or whatever, going to the finals and losing. Everybody's so hyped about that. So we'll put Chris Paul at number 3.
I think Chris Paul is 3. The Chris Paul effect is real. Every team he goes on, he turns.
I'm not disputing that. I'll give it to you. I'll give you that. But Russ is definitely top 5. He's not falling out the top 5.
I said top 5. I didn't say he was. I didn't 4,
say. And then I'll have to say, now this is where it gets tricky. Do I want Ja or do I want Trae? And I think that's where I have the issue. Because I feel like Trae makes his players around it better. And that's what I look for in a point guard. So if I had to choose, I would have to put the round up the top 5. I'll put Trae and then I'll put Ja.
Okay.
I don't know why Ben Simmons is on this list. But Ben Simmons he's 10. He is a solid 10. Okay.
He fits team for me because I can find 5 other point guards I like more than Ben Simmons. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't really dispute the fact that he's a 6'10" point guard that can legit push the tempo and make his teammates better. So
he pushes the tempo. He only plays when the floor is open. He can't play in the half court. He does nothing in the half court. He doesn't make anyone better in the half court. He's only there to push the tempo. Like, again, he's in the top 15 for me, but he's not top 10. He's not top 10. Not in my eyes.
Okay.
Not in my eyes. And he's my team starting point guard, and I'll say it again. He's not top 10.
You gotta get the hate out your heart.
It's not even about that I hate him. I hate his game. I don't hate him as a person. I hate his game. I hate his game. Like, to be honest, like, yeah, you can play defense and you can pass, but that's where it stops. See how I got quiet? You see how I got quiet because I couldn't think of nothing else to say?
Yeah, you're right. I feel like
you don't have no heart. So for me, like, that right there that's the biggest point for me. You don't have no heart.
That's what I would say. That's my thing. I say he has no heart.
So
and then not even that. It's just like he's too stubborn to like shoot the ball. Like, he made it a point to not shoot. He's stubborn. It's not because he shoots all during the offseason, and then when it comes to games,
he's Steph Curry in the summertime.
Bro, I'm saying can't miss.
Just want to point that out. Steph Curry in the summertime.
Man, I'm saying I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. He's making a conscious effort not to shoot the ball, and I feel like once he starts shooting the ball, he's up there. He's going up. That's my opinion. Because then, like, the whole he can't run the system, like a half court system. I feel like he would be able to, because now he has a jumper people have to worry about. And so the floor now gets a little bit better in the half court setting. But anyway, enough about Ben Simmons. I do have him at number 10. I have De'Aaron Fox at number 8, like he was. Mm-hmm. Then I'll have.
So you moving Kyrie? You moving Kyrie all the way down to 9?
Nah, Drew Holiday. I said Drew Holiday number 9. Kyrie be number 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So here's the thing I don't like about Kyrie. Okay?
Wow.
Now hear me out before everybody, because I do feel like he's a true shooting guard. I don't feel like he's a point guard. I never have said he's the best point guard in the league ever. When he was playing point guard, like, he was in the LeBron system, right? So all you had to do is pass the ball, get your few little assists on a fast break or whatever, whoop-de-whoop, and that was it. But besides that, like, I never really – his handle's nasty. But as far as him being – when the last time you said, oh, my gosh, what team has he been on that made it better? Because last time I checked, he was on a lottery team until LeBron got there.
Correct.
And then when he went to the Celtics, he got up out of there real quick. So I have yet to see Kyrie on a stage make his teammates better. It's real easy when you have KD and freaking James Harden on your left and right. You just passing the ball and telling him to get out the way. That's why I say James Harden is the point guard, and Kyrie is the shooting guard. That makes
so. So you take Kyrie out and put James in on that list?
Yeah. James is in there. James is in there.
Absolutely. So then is he number 3 on that list? If you take Kyrie out and put James in, is he number 3 on that list?
On the list, and as number 3?
Yeah.
No, Chris Paul got number 3 locked up, though.
Okay, I just was asking. I was just asking that question.
Because here's the thing.
Is James 4 then? Is James 4?
Russ is 4. I'll have to move. He'll be top 5. James Harden is the top 5 point guard in this league. So he'll be 5. I just feel like, for me, averaging a triple-double, you cannot sit there and you can't. I give you the Chris Paul only because that Chris Paul effect. That's real. We've seen it. That's in there. But like my argument to that would be every team that Russ has been on has had a scoring champ on it, or it has a career high in numbers. He has legit made his team better. Have they gone anywhere? No, because I feel like coaching. That's another story though. I feel like coaching is trash, but at the same time, I feel like every Paul George best season. We just seen Bradley Beal go off this year. KD had his best years on the Thunder or whatever as far as scoring goes. So I mean, like, everywhere Russ has been, he's done pretty well. James Harden when he's on the Rockets. That's why I hate the narrative. It's like, oh, nobody wanted to play with Russ because he can't win. Nah, I
think that's going to be Bron's goal anyway, is to get Russ a ring. So I think that's going to be their motive, is to get Russ a ring so that conversation can stop. I think when we talk basketball later on this year, in season 2, when we do our basketball preview, I'll say then who I'm picking to win the finals, and I'm leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll tell you then who I'm picking to win the finals.
You better come correct, Reggie.
I'll
knock all this shit over.
I'll tell you this much: it ain't the Lakers. I'll tell you that now. It ain't the Lakers.
Just get that hate out your heart, bro. I understand.
It's not hate. It's not hate.
As a Sixers fan, you really can't like the Lakers, so I get it.
But hold on. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be all the way honest. I'm just picking the team who I think got the best big three. I'm picking the team I think that has the best big three in my eyes.
You please don't say you ride with the Nets. Please don't.
We'll save that. We'll table that for another day.
Them motherfuckers made out of glass anyway, so we'll see.
I mean, Mr. Glass AD ain't too far behind. That nigga nickname is Mr. Glass.
I think KD started that.
No, he's Mr. Glass.
I think KD kind of been like me.
No, KD had.
I ain't gonna lie, man. KD ain't gonna lie. For real. Like, I think KD had one of the best comebacks off of Achilles injury I've ever seen in my life. Hands down, that was crazy. I honestly didn't expect that. I was like, 23, 24 points. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he went for the jugular. Like, I mean, he went out to prove a point. If he had Giannis got a ring.
Foot smaller.
Giannis got a ring. Damn, I lost money on that one. But anyway.
Oh, man. So let's talk about ESPN and all their shakeups. Well, we originally were just going to talk about Miss Rachel Nichols leaving, but now it's come out that they're doing a whole bunch of shakeups over there. So Max is leaving First Take.
Bye.
The NBA coverage is going to be totally different now, where they're going to have Stephen A. hosting the NBA show Stephen A. wants Magic and he wants Michael Wilborn. There's a lot of shakeups going on over there. And they're canceling The Jump, and they're going to make a new afternoon show because The Jump was Rachel Nichols' idea and show. So with her leaving, they're taking her off the air. She's taking that with her, which I don't blame her.
I don't blame her at all.
I don't blame her. So, it's good that she's probably going to land on her feet at Fox more than likely. I can see her going to Fox. Or I could see her doing something independently, like Jamel Hill did, and Michael Smith has done.
Oh, sure. I can see her going to
uninterrupted too. Yeah, I can see her going to uninterrupted as well. What do you think about Max leaving First Take? First of all, like, how do you feel about that?
I'm just going to go on record for saying that I grew up with Skip, and I ride with Skip. Skip is my guy. So I was like, finally when I found out Max was leaving, I was like, this is the door for Skip to come back, and him and Stephen A.
They've already announced that's not going to happen.
I know, but it was.
So what they announced is that First Take is going to go to rotating hosts. So they're going to do rotating super hosts. So they're going to have different big names.
Fine. I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. That's going to be cool.
So everybody can get like a week.
I feel like for me, Max never really fit, honestly. He never really fit
his takes was the worst.
Ever. And so for me, I grew up with Max in boxing. That's where I know Max from.
His boxing show, they're keeping on ESPN.
That's what I'm saying. So, when it comes to boxing, nobody arguing with Max. Yeah, Max he's been on movies, doing boxing. Like, growing up, Max was always calling the game, the fight. So for me, I'm more comfortable of if a fight's coming on, Max needs to be there. Like, that's the guy. So for me personally, I just never, like you said, I feel like his takes are always off. The famous one for me was Tom Brady falling off a cliff. That was probably one of the biggest ones. And you're bad. You're terrible, sir. So
my favorite worst Max take is that Kawhi Leonard was more clutch than Kobe Bryant.
I forgot about that.
That will always be the worst one for me. That will always be the worst one for me. That will always be the worst one for me. That one right there is the worst one for me.
I was in such a bad mood because of the crazy part is somebody at my job believed it, and Oh my!
Listen, people are slow. Like people have the rights to be slow. Like I can't really say nothing else stuff. People had a right to be slow.
I got emotional all of a
sudden. Yeah. You might want to be a hoodie.
Oh yeah! Wow, that was a good one. But I think my favorite one honestly had to be the Tom Brady phone for Cook because he had to eat his words every season, and that was
That was
to me that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I just felt like Max would never fit. I always wanted Skip to come back in some way, shape, or form. I never really wanted to see him go. Like when you see
Skip took the bag. Skip went and got the bag, man.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, as an adult, whatever worked for you and your family by all means. But like, if you had the chance to come back from something, come back to your show that,
Skip was adjusting my change. I was adjusting my chair.
I see. But yeah, no. So, with that being said, though, let's talk about Rachel Nichols, though. So, how do you feel about her leaving?
Well, you saw the writing on the wall after what she really said and what she said about ESPN. If you didn't see the writing on the wall that she was going to be out after the NBA season, then you were blind or sadly mistaken that ESPN was going to tolerate that. Listen, they have a history of if you say something bad about the brand, they're going to get you off the brand. Like they're not even going to play around with you. Jemele Hill, Michael Smith, the list goes on.
And
Carrie Champion, and now look at Rachel Nichols. She's one of them. She ain't one of us.
No,
but she talked like one of us, and that's what got her out of it.
So here's the thing, and this is where I'm not against Rachel Nichols. I feel like, first of all, I never had an issue with Rachel personally.
Right.
But like I said, when the first thing came, whole little scandal, if you want to call it that, came out, I was saying that she could have worded that better. So,
always.
So my thing was what I was telling people, I don't feel like she meant ill will. But once again, it got put out like the way she said it. If you just heard the tape and didn't realize the context, it does sound bad. Once you realize the context of what she was speaking, you kind of get to where she was saying. And then like on top of that, so one, ESPN trying to look good, but like, nah, we don't want to deal with people that don't support Black Lives Matters and
of course.
And then on top of that, like you said, on then you say some ill will about ESPN, you wrap out all in one, you're gone. So I feel like
it's over.
I'm not saying because I refuse to sit here and say that she's down with us and she's invited to the cookout. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, no, not Rachel. No, because she's not invited to nobody's cookout. Take you and your little white people mayonnaise and potato salad on over there somewhere. I ain't got time.
Said white beef.
No, I ain't got time. No, because she's not one of us. Okay, let's be clear. Just be perfectly clear. Because that's the case. Jenny Taft is one of us because she hang out with Uncle Shay Shay on. No, she's not. No. Because I got tired of her. Yeah, I got tired of everybody like, oh my God, Auntie Rachel. But no. She just hangs out with Perk and all them. That's it.
Listen, I gotta say about that. Now, you said what you said. That's that.
Sheesh. Man, I was like, but I will say that, like you
white
said,
white people mayonnaise though. I listen here. Takes the cake with that one.
Man. But like you said, I feel like it was like kind of predictable. Like
I
didn't think it would be this bad. But I thought like her show would be taken, but she would still be doing something else on ESPN.
They couldn't take her. They couldn't take her show because it was her show.
Right.
So they had to figure something else out. Like they couldn't just take her show. It's her show. She came up with it. She's the one who picked the whole. She picked the people that was going to be on it and everything.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man. So, like I said, ESPN is ESPN, and they're going to do what's best for business for them. Moving right along on the clock. We're going to flip this a little bit. You know, we have storyboards, so we go off our storyboards of how we do our shows because we have crazy production meetings. But I want to flip it. I want to do music first because there's some music stuff I really want to talk about.
Yeah, if we can talk about music right now. Ooh, we got to talk.
Before we get into the serious topic of the day. So, music. Did you watch Kanye last night?
First of all, I hate the fact that everybody's asking me that I watched the freaking joint and knowing damn well I was asleep. Okay, when this whole thing popped out. Okay, I had to catch highlights on everybody's Instagram story.
Oh, baby Jesus! What I will
say from what I've heard. Man, it's so much music stuff we could talk about right now. I feel like it's a lot going on in the music world.
We're going to talk about a lot of the music world.
But as far as Donda is concerned,
yes,
we might have probably, I would say this, we probably have the album of the coronavirus quarantine era. Because of what I've heard, bruh, it's worth the wait. Take your time, Kanye. No, it's not Kanye. The artist formerly known as.
Yes.
His name is Jay now. His name is Jay.
Yeah, listen. Take your time. The only thing I'm mad with you at right now is that the song that Hov was supposed to be on, you changed it out with the baby verse, but that baby verse is fire. I didn't think the baby had that type of spinning.
704.
I didn't know the baby had that type of spinning.
I was like, hey, that was the first thing I heard this morning too.
Yeah, I still need that whole song though. I need that whole song still. Like, I need that whole verse.
So is he taking that out? Is Hov off the album?
I don't know, because I
don't think so. I think
people were saying they were saying it's the same song that Hov was supposed to be on, but instead he replaced him with the baby. But then this morning reports came out that wasn't the case. The baby did a verse also, and I think both verses is going to be on the song.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Hey,
so excited.
Right, yeah, exactly. Hey, that was me this morning. I was like, oh,
bro. When I heard that last night before I went to sleep on everything, I was like, I didn't know the baby can spit like that. I didn't know the baby can spit like that. Like, I didn't know the baby.
I told y'all the baby was like that. I told y'all.
Listen, I didn't know he had that right there in him. So, yeah.
All it took was for y'all to piss his ass off and cancel his show, and he got some heat for y'all. That's all it took. That boy went in.
So let's talk about cancel culture and him again. Summer Jam, Hot 97 Summer Jam. They allowed the baby to perform. They kept the baby on and allowed him to perform. And he did another great apology. He did a thank you to them that before he came out on stage. They played it up on the big screen from people that I know that actually went to Summer Jam. They was telling me all about it. And they were saying like how before he came out on stage, on the big screen where the stage was, he popped up and he was saying his sorries, and he said a thank you to Hot 97 for riding with him and sticking with him and not trying to cancel him and letting him be on the show. And then he came out and they said he tore it down. They said the baby was the show stealer. They said he was everything that you thought he was. Okay. So, and they said Summer Jam was all that. Like all I heard was
Summer Jam was all that.
I heard they did the DMX tribute, but like the way they did it, they said it was so dope because X hates people doing his songs, so they just let his songs play. And like if you had a verse on the song, you did your verse, and then his verse came in, and you didn't say anything. Like they just stood there and they just vibed with it. They said Kim came out and they said she killed it, even though she lost her breath during her performance with the Lox. So they did Money, Power, Respect. And she lost her, she lost her breath in the middle of it. Too, and they said Kiss, just like Kiss being the ultimate performer that he is, he jumped in and picked her right up like, I got you. And they said that was dope about it too. They said the whole show was really, really dope. Listen, man, I gotta talk about Tory Lanez though.
Hey, you got to fill me in on that because I don't know all the
things. Tory been spazzing lately.
Yeah.
He went in on Cassidy. Him and Cassidy had a battle. They went back and forth.
He lost.
He did lose. But the way he's spitting though, he's spazzing.
So here's the thing. Like I would never dispute the fact that he had bars. I love disses. Okay, that's my thing. I specialize in disses. So when it came to that, I was following Eric when he put one out. Hey, this ain't what you want, Cassidy. Okay, like some
the first The first Cassidy joint was kind of weak, but that second one, second joint Cassidy did was that's what
I remember. Like, so
he didn't take Tory ass serious. Tory came back, gave him something hot, and then that's when Cassidy flamed him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You got your dad face on. Everything all right behind you? Everything all right behind the screen?
Hey, so I'm in my garage, right? And I think I just seen a mouse. So I didn't know what the hell that was, but
my man said, "Yo, listen, your whole face changed. Like you got real sick."
Because I could have swore I was tripping, and then I want to say like ran across the garage like door, like, across the outside. They kind of freaked me out real quick, but
got you.
On just in case, real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of nothing, but I'm just, precaution.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, so Tory Lanez, yeah, he's spazzing, but I never really liked the boy like that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Nah, it's something stupid. But yeah, that was interesting with that. I was gonna say, well, you're biased, so but I feel like nobody's talking about Drake's album, and I think that's a good thing.
No. So here's the thing. Everybody's waiting on Drake's album. Certified Lover Boy was supposed to have dropped over a month ago. People are waiting on this album patiently. Drake has said the album is finished, but word is, and the rumor is that he's waiting for Kanye to drop Donda, so then he can drop right after it and see if he can kill his album sales. But the problem with that is that Kanye's done these shows and he's already made $12 million off of that. So you're not affecting his money now.
Bro, Kanye's worth 1.something billion. Money ain't the issue. I feel like he's just trying to take. It's him being petty. They beefing right now. So
yeah, they both petty.
Yeah. So but my thing is though,
I think Kanye's waiting on him.
Boy is going to be another banger too, though.
Oh, it's going to be a banger.
I feel like I don't even Drake. He gets on my nerves, but the album.
It's going to be a banger.
I can't really dispute that, right? So I'm
it's going to be a banger.
Okay.
It's going to be a banger.
Honda though, boy.
Listen. That show last night was something different. Like I see people,
I was so mad.
I see people who were saying it was weird and it was crazy, and I'm like, yo, boy, brain is on a different level than ours. His brain is on a different level than ours because that, bro, you keep looking over.
Now I'm paranoid. Leave me alone, B.
No, but Kanye's brain is on a different level. Like it's his brain is on.
I'll tell you what though, caught me off guard with that fire. Okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, caught me off guard. You gotta explain that, Kanye.
Yeah, he burned the house down, man.
I was like, what the heck?
He burned his childhood house down. Like
he was burning. He was on fire.
I know that was crazy too. I didn't understand that part either.
I got the house part. He was on fire.
Yeah,
he was walking around like nothing. What kind of book? You got to talk to me. I got to know what you did because that was crazy. I was like,
it was definitely crazy. It was definitely crazy. Yeah, I think Certified Lover Boy, who I'm really waiting on, and I'm saying this because it's coming. I'm waiting on K-Dot. I'm waiting on Kendrick.
The Kendrick Jones, nice, gonna be nice.
I
just like listening to. That's a song where I'm just like vibing, and I put on Kendrick. Like
the heavy hitters are coming, man. Like
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
The heavy hitters have been sitting at home for the last year, waiting for the pandemic to end.
Hey, I tell you what though, the greatest rapper alive is coming out with 3 of them Jones. So
who's that?
First name Lil.
Oh God, I knew he was gonna say that. Like,
yeah, he said he got 3.
Yeah, he do. He got 3 coming. He definitely got 3 coming.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
He got 3 coming.
Funeral, that wasn't it, Wayne. Okay, and I love it. He had like 2 songs. That's not a Wayne album to me. Wayne usually got about like 7, 8. You just like, okay, 2.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. Did you hear the Meek song that came out last night?
I'm about to listen to it today. I just downloaded it today.
Oh, okay. I'll say that for you.
Don't spoil it for me because I'm legit. I have what I do usually for Meek. I have an alert on Apple. You can set up on your phone for a certain artist.
Yeah.
So my phone's stupid, and it did it later on this afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet.
Yeah,
but, hey, Meek, I seen who was in it.
Lil Baby and Lil Durk. Boy, listen, F.A. So this is the song that he was talking about on The Shop. This is the song he was talking about on The Shop. Yeah, I can't wait to watch The Shop tonight.
Oh, I gotta watch
new episode. New episode of The Shop comes out tonight at 9:00. Carmelo's on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't wait to watch. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. I forgot everybody that's on there, but Melo was the big person to me. He got me hyped to see Melo. Oh, and Liz Cambage, Joan, the center from the Las Vegas team in the WNBA.
I know exactly who she is.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So. All right, man, we're going to get into this. Oh, no, we said we're going to do our top 5 today. So let's do our top 5 artists. We do top 5 artists.
We're doing R&B.
We can do rap right now, top 5 rap right now. Who's your top 5 right now? Not all time, just right now.
Okay. Wayne. Number 1. He's number 1. Probably number 2 is hard because I'm doing it off the influences of me personally. I would have to say 2 would have to be Kanye. Honestly, if I had to like really dig deep. 3 though, T-Pain.
Okay.
I know. Oh, I take it back. He's not a rapper. Okay, he's not a rapper. I'll take him out. I guess
he's a rapper turned singer.
Yeah, I guess. 3, I'll take him out because he's technically not a rapper. Because if I'm thinking about it, he did a lot of pop, kiss, all that. You know, it was singing. Buy you a drink, all that was auto-tune and all that. So I'll take him out. That's fine. Number 3, that's another tough one because I'll put Drake. I'll put Drake in there.
Drake?
That's crazy because all these. It's funny. This is. I feel like you said like right now. So
yeah, right now.
Meek is definitely 4. I feel like I wouldn't be Jamar if I didn't put Meek in there. I'm a big supporter of Meek Mill. Now, number 5 is going to get a little tricky, okay? Because here it is, and this is an unpopular opinion, but I love Ross, okay?
I don't think that's unpopular. At all.
I really think a lot of people sleep on Rick Ross. However, Nicki Minaj has bars, and like I'm a big fan of Nicki, and I don't know about top 5. I don't know about top 5.
Sorry.
So, because for me, what was the song she did on a serious note? Was it Monster? That bar, unrivaled. Roman's Revenge. That the Barbie Nicki Minaj when she was really spitting for real. I feel like that was Nicki. I kind of grew up on that Nicki. This new Nicki.
That's your top 5? That's your top 5?
Hold up. Wait. But see, another top 5 other person too. You got Eminem. I didn't mention Eminem. Right. So you said of all time. So Eminem.
I didn't say all time. I said right now, not all time.
Oh, right now. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go Ross number 5 there right now.
Okay. Lord Jesus. I know this all time conversation is going to drive. It's going to send me to a different place because you just put that guy. All right. I'm here. Eminem, man. I'm not a fan.
What?
I'm not a fan of Eminem. Not a fan of him at all. But top 5 right now. I mean, he's on any top 5 list I ever will put, and that's Jay. Jay's always going to be on any list I put. He can come out of anywhere, give you a smooth 16, and you're going to be.
And he would disappear. He would disappear and do something else. That's what I like
right back in your conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2, I got Drake. Drake is the biggest artist out right now, man. He's the biggest artist out right now. Like, listen, he's the guy. Like, Certified Lover Boy. I can't wait for this album. 3, I'm gonna go with one of these young guys, and I'm gonna go Lil Baby. I'm going Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby is
for now.
I think Lil Baby is that work.
Oh no, facts. Okay. I hope you didn't say.
I think Lil Baby is that guy. I think he is up next to be a mega star. I think Lil Baby's gonna be a mega star.
Okay.
4, I have Ye. I'm never not gonna have Ye on my list somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna be a Ye fan. I've been a Ye fan since day one. Pink Polo Ye, his book bag carrying Ye.
I'm about to say book bag. Can't forget the book bag.
Yeah, Pink Polo book bag wearing Ye. That's been my guy. Will always be my guy. And at number 5, I'm caught between the baby and Ross. I'm stuck between the baby and Ross.
Hey, look, I lived in Charlotte for about like 10, 15 years. And
I know.
I would love to put the baby up there, but you got to go with Ross. You got to.
And listen, I'm not saying you ain't right, though. I'm just saying I'm stuck between them two because I like both of them a whole lot. I think Ross is so underrated. I think people overlook lyrically how tough Ross really is.
Listen, I've been trying to tell people, man.
And these are top 5 big artists. Now, if we talking lyricism and lyrics, then that's when I start talking J. Cole, Kendrick. I talk those guys. That's a different conversation.
I agree.
That's a whole different conversation. So I don't want anybody to inbox me or text me, how you forget Cole and how you forget. Listen, I'm not talking about lyricism. Like,
talking about outlets, like moving.
I'm talking about stars. Right, I'm talking about dudes who are going to push major sales.
Yeah.
J. Cole album was fire. Might even win album of the year, even though I think that's probably going to be Ye now because this album is just going to listen. Lord Jesus. But yeah, Lord Jesus. I'm sorry. Lord Jesus.
I was about to say for album of the year, though, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that, but I would have to say the Baby and Dirk might have something to say about that too.
Listen, I just want to hear the Baby on a Timberland beat. That's all I want to hear. I'm not gonna lie.
You might got something going on up here, though.
Timberland said that during verses. Tim said that at verses. He said, I gotta get you on the beat. I'm just waiting for him to do it. Tim said it. He said it at verses. He said, the Baby, I gotta get you on the beat. You that guy, I gotta get you on the beat. Man. So for me, I'm with that. I'm with that. All right. So we're gonna move right along on this clock. We're gonna get to our serious topic of the day. This hits home for both of us. Yesterday's tragic bombings in Afghanistan. I'm a former soldier. He is a soldier still. Hearing that anywhere between 13 to 20 U.S. soldiers died yesterday.
Yeah, I want to say the final count. It's going. I got to look at the actual count. Let's wait till the dust settles a little bit to kind of finally get an official. Yeah,
the last count I saw was 15. The last count I saw was 15. That was about an hour. That was about 2 hours ago.
Okay, that sounds right. I had 13 last time I checked this morning. So
yeah, it was about 15 last time I checked, and U.S. giving up Afghanistan to the Taliban, I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it. And what they did was they just opened up insurgency in Afghanistan. That's just, even though they made an agreement that Americans were supposed to be able to get out of there safely, the Taliban didn't secure the base at all. They didn't secure the airport at all. They left the airport very unsecure, and then ISIS came and they did what they do. Listen, I've been in IED situations. I've seen suicide bombers live and in person blow themselves up. Again, I have that experience. Like I've seen that firsthand. Like I've seen what that looks like. So it's a little different when you've experienced it. So for me, it hits home because I experienced that. Like I every April 2nd and every Veterans Day, I post a picture of the truck that I got blown up in. So when people always ask, like, what does that picture symbolize? For me, that symbolizes a second chance of life because I wasn't supposed to be here. Like that truck got blown up and I was not supposed to come out of that truck alive, unscathed, and just with some bruises and a crazy concussion. Like I wasn't supposed to come out with just that. I wasn't supposed to be here no more. So I understand what those situations is, and then I've been in other situations at that time in Iraq where it was mortars flying, bullets flying, IEDs going off all at the same time. So to hear that Americans were in that predicament in an unexpected situation where they thought they could be safe, where they thought they're supposed to be safe and be evacuated and to go home, that's just unacceptable. And I kind of feel like our president is not making the right actions in this moment. One, I don't think we ever should have came out of Afghanistan to begin with. It's just my personal opinion, because I feel like the Middle East and the insurgents are very happy that we're out of there, because now they can run amok and they can do what they want to do and do things how they want to do it. And I don't think it's fair to those people who are trying to live a democratic life. It's just one of those situations where I just don't. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm gonna let you talk because I can't really say anything else.
I gotta be careful what I say. Because like you said, I'm still active.
Please be careful with what you say.
Right. So for me personally, I think I kind of touched on it last week. So here at Ramstein, we do have like the refugees or whatever, people that got evacuated. We got a lot of, that's the big thing that's going on here on Ramstein Air Base in Germany. It's not a secret. You can Google it. That's facts. So for me personally, as far as the whole situation in Afghanistan, I didn't think it would get this bad. I'll say that. I was a big fan of saying like, okay, people are getting out. Okay, like that was the thing. Whatever the commander in chief says, that's what I go with. Do I agree with it all the time? Absolutely not. You're not going to agree with the person that's in charge, but hey, that's your job, whatever. I will say I feel like this could have been prevented. I feel like when it comes to the U.S. soldiers, Marines, Air Force, Navy, whoever, loss of life can always somewhat be prevented to a certain extent. I will say also that my personal belief, I feel like we should have been out of there. If we were going to leave, we should have been gone. But I understand why. I kind of understand why we were still there. I think it was a report that Biden said he wants all troops out of there by the August 31st. So that's next Tuesday. So all the rest of the troops that are there, they should be gone. On top of that, I do want to say that it's always sad to hear of like a story like this. I actually have somebody out there. Granted, he's okay, he's safe, but he was out there when it happened. So I did get to talk to him, and he was like, he thought everything was cool. Like they were about to get there, pack up, getting ready to go, and then this happened. And so he was saying that he did lose a battle buddy. A lot of people I see on Facebook that have people that were in Afghanistan, or the unit that was out there, they lost a few people. A lot of Marines that I know have lost somebody. I feel like it was this girl. She shared a picture of two of the soldiers there, and they were her former Marines, I guess, or whatever. So she was saying like how she said a story, how they talked to her. She had sent them a care package. It was recent, like she sent them a care package and all that. So like when it hits home like that, I feel like that's where I kind of get like my emotions get kind of tugged into it. With this certain situation, I feel like, yeah, it could have been prevented, but I hate to say it like this to sound like an asshole, but this is what we signed up for at the end of the day. A lot of people, we can see, I can tell you right now, I tell you all the time, like, look, I signed up because I wanted to run away from home. I want a paycheck. I want my benefits, right? But when you really look into it, I've been deployed twice. And I think the first time, shout out to Sergeant Vasquez, that was my first NCO, one of my first NCOs I had. And we were deployed together in the buyout out there at Baghdad, and a car bomb went off. Granted, like I said, there's layers to it, so it really didn't affect us. But hearing a bomb go off that's about the length of a football field away, it kind of is like, oh, shoot, this is real. Mm-hmm. And it kind of put me in this aspect like, I really signed up to risk my life for people I do not know. And absolutely. And so for me personally, even though, like I said, it's always a sad day when the U.S. takes a hit with people that are passing away or dying, but laying their life on the line, defending freedom and all that good stuff. But it literally says that we are defend both enemies, foreign and domestic. That is what we raised our right hand, and that's what we repeated when we were down at MEPS. So, with that being said, rest in peace to them. But yeah, this is what we signed up for, and they're heroes. They'll be immortalized forever. We will know their names. They will, you know what I'm saying? They will live on forever because of their sacrifice. But what I like to see is change that happens with this. This is one of the big moments in the presidency. I see what the commander-in-chief does. I feel like this is what dictates it. It's always what we could have done. But I feel like now, what are we going to do now that we know this situation is happening? I don't blame my commander-in-chief for pulling people out personally, because we didn't give the former President Obama the same kind of we should have stayed over there type of mentality, right? So I feel like we need to be consistent. I felt like we got used to our previous commander-in-chief and Donald Trump when he was ready to go on everybody, and everybody kind of like, oh snap, America is being the aggressive top dog like we used to be. And as military members, we like that. Civilians don't. I want to be clear. Civilians don't like their babies out there on the front line. As of soldiers, we're like, yo, don't mess with us, right? We want you to be scared because you're not going to mess with us.
We want the smoke.
Yeah, so that was the thing. And honestly, for the last 4 years, I will say truly, I really felt like America was like, okay, like as far as the military, let's be specific. I felt like the military, that was when we were at our best in my military career, when we were like, hey, yo, what's up? You good? Like everybody was panicking when we dropped bombs in Syria. Guess what? I bet they ain't saying nothing now. They know we for real. So that was my thing. As far as, like I said, military members, I'm pretty sure if you take a poll right now, they love Donald Trump. I can speak clearly when I say there was a lot of people that loved the way Donald Trump was running things in the Army. That's Army, military-wise anyway. So with that being said, I just want to see what our commander-in-chief does now. Even if I don't like it, I am obligated to go with the flow. But I just want to see where this goes now. I feel like every time something bad has happened to America, though, America is always retaliated. So just be aware you might hear a few airstrikes going off in the news. So that might be a thing. But yeah, like Reggie just said, we want all the smoke, and I'm looking forward to it. Me personally, I'll be right here. Keep on doing podcasts and talking about it. But
me too.
But at the same time, like I said, I just felt like the previous 4 years was probably I don't say best time, I don't say that, but it was, as far as like on a broader aspect, I kind of got to see the difference in commander-in-chiefs. I put it like that. I came in when Obama, then I got to see Trump. So that's legit two different sides of the spectrum. So right. I got to kind of see like, oh, okay, this is how you go, this is how we move. All right, bet, let's ride. So
yep. I made sure I had to check my DD-214 and make sure that I ain't had no time left. I ain't owe nobody nothing.
It was funny because my boy just got out.
I ain't got that to give.
Shout out to my boy Skip. My man got out, man, just in time, man. He watches this podcast all the time, and I'm always telling Skip,
hey, man, check your DD-214, bro. They might call you back.
I told him, I was like, you might want to check that bad boy. But yeah, man.
For all you people that don't know, that's your release papers from the military. That's just our release papers.
Or is it?
Right. But yeah, man. So again, thoughts and prayers go out to all the people that lost someone yesterday. Truly saddened by that news, and hopefully there's not any more attacks at that airport. But they are saying that all intel is saying that something else is possibly going to happen. this week.
I swear something else did happen.
Not yet. They just had 2 bombings. There was one at the airport and then one at the hotel right next to the airport.
Okay.
And now they're saying that it should be another attack coming within the next couple of days. Yeah, interesting. So, we were doing spousal question things every week. Now we still going to do them sometimes. But we've been doing more of the fan questions. So we've been asking y'all every week to submit questions, and we've been getting questions. I know Jamar has a couple. I have a couple. We're going to answer this first fan question. We call our fans the on the clockers, so they on the clock with us. So I came up with that just now. So one of our fans said, "Why do Black people think because it's a Black-owned business, they should get a discount, or the product should be cheaper?"
First of all, I want my goddamn discount. Okay,
I let you go first on that
because I want it. I was just playing. No, honestly though, I actually kind of agree with that. I seen it, and I think when I seen it, because I had to see it first, because I would admit when I see a Black-owned business, right, especially one of them startups, right, hey, and it's different when you know the person. I think that's a big difference because you're not going up to no like a Black-owned business, a established business, acting for a discount. You're going to that person that's making them fish plates out the kitchen, right down the street. You talking to the people that's out there selling T-shirts, hoodies, branded, right? And that person. Yo, Craig, I'm saying though, I know you got these joints for 25, but let me get this joint for 15, bro. I'm good for the extra 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy, bro. I know you, bro. Like, you remember when we were talking about it?
But why is that though? Why is that? Because here's my thing. So I want to preface this.
For me personally, I'm cheap. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm cheap.
But are you cheap when you buy them name brands though? Like when you go buy your LeBrons and your Nikes and stuff like that, are you trying to be cheap then? You paying full price, right?
Reggie, look at me. Are you looking at me? Do you not know who I am?
I know who you are, but I'm asking the question.
Are you really asking me this question right now?
I'm asking you a question. Because the statement that you made.
I want the people to see this. Look at these slides. I refuse to buy these slides. Y'all can't tell, but these joints is dusty, rusty, and crusty. Okay? Like, I refuse.
Just put a slide on the fucking screen.
Like, bro, y'all gonna stop playing with me. I'll rock out some shoes. I bought 20 pairs of sneakers right while I was in Florida, right? Because I didn't have it. I was like, I love these sneakers. I haven't bought sneakers since 2018 on purpose. Like, on purpose. I'm not going out. I'm cheap. I'm really cheap. Polo outlet. Levi's. I would buy them from the PX down the street from me. Okay. I'm not going out trying to secure all this stuff because wherever it's cheap, that's where I'm going. If it happens to be name brand, so be it.
Gotcha.
These hoodies I wear, you know what I'm saying? Hoodies I wear, whatever. I don't wear Nike hoodies. I wear people's brands. Now, what I will say, I don't do is I know what it's like as somebody that always try to start up a business where you actually try to get somebody to buy your product or whatever. You do start off like, hey, you know what? For you, 15, whatever, you my boy, whatever, look it out, whatever. Then what happens is that boy will go out and tell his boys that he got it for 15, but they go for 25. And then next thing you know, you got people coming up to you, whatever. And since forever in Blackness, we've always like, hey, yo, hook me up. You hook that person up, right? So it's always been like that. We always ask for the hookup. It's always been that, can I get the hookup? And I feel like when we start shifting the narrative, is like, hey, this person's just trying to make a living. Because you don't ask the weed man for a discount. And I'm going to just drop the mic on that. So
true. Hey, listen, I feel like what you said was true. Most people look at their friends and they want to ask their friend for the hookup. Me personally, I've never asked a friend for the hookup. Like if you got a business, then I'm paying what you asking. Because one, I understand what it costs for you to start that business, what it costs for you to make your product. So you're trying to turn some type of profit with your product. Again, I'm that friend. Like I'm the friend that's going to buy your thing at your full price because that's the price you want to sell it at. I'm not trying to have you come down. I'm not trying to cut your costs. I'm not trying to cut your budget. Listen, man, I want to see you succeed. And I want to see you turn a profit because that's what you're doing for, is to turn a profit. That's what every business is for. So that's just me. I'm that way with it. I don't really have too much else to say about that. Like, I wish more people thought that way when it comes to their friends and supporting their friends. We talk about people supporting all the time. It costs nothing to support us on this show, to be honest. It costs your time just listening. Listening and watching. That's really it. You can watch it, you can listen to it, you can do both. But, we just ask that you do it. Next, you got the next question, or you want me to do another one?
I do have one.
Okay.
A lot of these I'm being so the first one I do this for my boy Ronnie Johnson from Facebook. He asks, how do you feel about being mandated for probably military members, probably, and a lot of healthcare workers, by the way.
I got that same question though. I was just about to ask that same question.
That's freaky. Being mandated to take the vaccine, and me personally, I already got it.
I got it too. So
before it was mandated.
Yeah, I got it way back when.
I will say this: I just find it funny that all these people that are talking about I'm not going to get it or whatever, blah blah blah, and now in the military, this is the military speaking, I'm being made to get it. Close family friend, actually my wife's best friend, Sade. Word on the street was like she's being mandated to get the vaccine or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she's in the healthcare. So I did research, and a lot of healthcare workers are getting, I only speak for California because that's where my wife is from. So a lot of nursing is like, people are leaving because they just don't want to get the vaccine. And this is where this comes to, America's always had the right to choose. America's always been the person, democracy, choosing that, whatever. So like, it's real funny because the biggest thing when President Biden got elected was we're getting vaccines for everybody, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like people don't want to wear masks. We have from people, celebrities like Busta Rhymes that went on his brand about the mask and all that good stuff. People does not want to wear masks, don't want to get vaccines and all that. For me personally, like I said, my biggest fear was me contracting the COVID-19 or the Delta variant and bringing it home to my families. And I wanted to be able to at least fight it and have the antibodies to do so. I know the difference between a cure and a vaccine as well. So I think it's another thing. So I feel like a lot of people, I have another fan question from this guy. I have a fan question from this guy I'm about to mention, but my future bro-in-law, Orlando, AKA the rebel leader himself. And he was saying that Black people have been test dummies for a long while, going all the way back to the Tuskegee experiment.
So let's clarify the Tuskegee experiment. So before someone says that Black people were test dummies, we were not. Let's clarify this. So people need to do their research when they talk about this. The Tuskegee experiment was about Black people who had syphilis and they weren't given the cure for it. Not that they were given syphilis, they already had it. And what they didn't do was they wasn't giving Black people the medicine they needed to take care of it. That's what the Tuskegee experiment really was. They were trying to see how syphilis can kill you. And they took the people who already had it and wasn't giving them the vaccines and stuff they needed to help them get better.
So I'm reading real quick because I honestly don't really care, but I'm not trying to be ignorant, but it was like, for me, it was before my time. I don't really know. Nobody really tried to teach me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I had all the answers. But this is going on a Google study. It says the study initially involved 600 Black men, 399 with syphilis, 201 who did not have the disease.
Right.
Participants' informed consent was not collected. Researchers told the men they were being treated for bad blood, a local term used to describe several ailments, including syphilis, anemia, and fatigue. In exchange for taking part of the study, the men received free medical exams, free meals, and burial insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And by 1943, penicillin was the treatment of choice for syphilis and becoming widely available, but the participants in the study were not offered treatment.
You know what I just said?
in 1972. Okay, that's going into. But basically, so my thing was, I feel like my mom was the one. Shout out to Miss Helen Butler herself. She's the one that kind of told me about the Tuskegee experiment because I've seen a lot of that. This whole mandated thing.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of Black people use that. I will say though, I do feel like certain things have been tested in the Black community. Whether, and not to be a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I don't feel like crack just happened to sprinkle into the Black community by accident.
Here's the thing. I want to preface this real quick, and I want to say this. If we were being the test dummies, we would be the only one getting it. Meaning that this vaccine, it ain't a Black thing, it ain't a white thing. It's a people thing, and it's a money thing. So they're testing it on everyone. Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, African, Jamaican, whatever you want to call yourself.
I agree.
So this ain't just a race thing.
Me personally, I was like, I don't like, for as far as African American, I just feel with Black people, I feel like we had the mistake of listening to everybody else and not doing our own research. That's one.
Absolutely.
Two, I just feel like when it comes to stuff that's coming down from the government, we will believe a conspiracy theorist before we do our own thing. When COVID-19 first came out, Black people went out, was like, all you got to do is get some Sprite and some Robitussin and you'll be fine. That was the thing. Because we have legit, and this is a credit to us being excellent, we have beaten cancer by doing herbs and smoking weed. You know what I mean? We've done a lot for ourselves. Magic Johnson had HIV, and he has lived a full life, right? We've seen crazy events. And so it's like, oh, well, if Magic Johnson can live and he has HIV, we'll be fine with this whole COVID thing. When people start dropping the slides, they're like, wait a minute, there might be something to this. But then I feel like, once again, the conspiracy theorists got their thing going. I was just saying, like, when celebrities started getting it, they were saying they're picking and choosing celebrities to speak out. Well, this whole, like, it was a whole mess. For my house, I wanted to be safe. Like I said, I would use you and Tosh probably as the best examples. I was fine with this whole COVID thing until y'all two got it. And I was like, wait a minute. These are regular folks, no offense, that got this joint. They weren't going out partying with other COVID-19ers. They were just going to work, doing their thing, and boom, they got it. So here's the thing. I was like, well, but they got it, and I'm going to different countries. I probably might want to get this bad boy vaccine at least so I have a fighting chance. So that's where I got it from. So people, I say, stop using the whole Tuskegee experiment as an excuse. Just say, look, hey, I don't know what's going on. Hell, I don't get the flu. Because look, here's the thing, though. People will say, I'm not getting this, but get the flu shot, which just takes a guess at which flu's out. So, like, I don't want to hear that you're not getting it because you think something's in it, or it's not supposed to cure the COVID-19, whatever virus, or whatever you want to call it. It's not supposed to cure it. It's supposed to give you antibodies to fight it. And that's it. I can't make this up. We have 2 soldiers in our formation that's got the Delta, was it Delta variant? They got COVID. They got COVID, and they definitely are vaccinated. So it doesn't matter. But they're fighting it. They just got a nice little cold, and they fighting it, whatever. I feel like that was the issue. We had almost like, 500,000 deaths or whatever due to the COVID-19 joint. And I feel like we didn't have nothing to fight it in our antibodies naturally. So I think that was a big thing as well. With that being said, how do I feel about being mandated? In the Army, we start basic training off by getting shots. So I didn't see where people thought this would be one of those things where the Army was like, you know what, you have the power to choose. That wasn't going to happen. I could have told you that from the jump. It was only a matter of time. And like I said, we have to always stay ready to fight crazy wars and battles and all that good stuff. So they're going to make sure we're all up to date with COVID vaccine and whatever else comes down the chute. So me personally, I don't have an issue with being mandated to wear a mask in the buildings and all that good. I don't care personally. I don't care. I do. It's an inconvenience when you forget that joint. You have to go hurt and buy one somewhere real quick or whatever. Yeah, that's very inconvenient, but I don't have an issue with it. All right, you got another one?
Yeah, I got one more. So this question is a love question. And I ain't the right person to answer this shit today. So, so I don't know if I really want to ask this question because I like talking on these topics, but I don't know. So the question was, why is love so hard? You look.
If love was easy, everybody would be in love.
That's a fact. You know, we're gonna end the show on that note right there.
I got another fan question though.
Oh man, so all right.
But I hate to say it sounds so simple, but legit, like
should I answer?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's your question, your thing.
Should I answer? Is the question. Like, in my state of mind, should I answer the question?
Hey, man, I said go hard, go home, man.
All right, here we go. Why is love so hard? It's not actually hard. It's actually easier to fall in love. It's harder to stay in love. Love is, trying to preface my words carefully. Love can be the happiest thing in your life, or it can drive you to points of insanity. I could say that I'm in love, been in love for a long time, and I'm still in love. I can say that. I can say that I don't know where I would be without love. That's what I'll say. I'll say that. I don't know where I would be without love. Love can be the most magical thing. It also can be the most detrimental thing at the same time. Love is a fickle bitch. Point blank, period. It can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. Like you take your pick on which one you really want. But I never say give up on love. If you love someone, then you love them till you exhaust every possibility in loving them. That's all I got. Because I could go very deep on this and I'm not trying to, because then I'll be back looking like last week's show and I ain't looking like that again on camera. So, Jamar, can you ask the next question, please? So we can get off the show today.
I just want to real quick. I know I kind of gave a vague answer on that, but on a serious note, like you got to think when you're a kid, like the first love you really are your legal guardian. Because I don't want to say parent, but like your parents are your legal guardian.
And that shit. Whoever the person raised you, that's your goddamn parent. I don't believe in that legal guardian shit. If I live with you and you raising me, you my motherfucking parent. Like, we not doing that. Like, because that person deserves that type of respect.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that.
You're right.
Since you wanted to fucking play that game today. We ain't playing that game today.
Dude, that was funny.
I told you I'm here. I told you I was here today. Should have had this question last week.
But nah, so I would say, like, if on a serious note, for me personally, like Reggie kind of said, like for me, it was like I had to learn the difference of lust and love. I felt like that was big for me, personally, because love is not what you always see on the outside. I feel like love is, first of all, love is an action. It's not a noun. It's an action. So it only makes sense that I feel like I'm about to preach.
Preach.
I feel like
I can't preach because I can't. And I mostly preach because I want to. I want to so bad. Just know.
Be on a serious note. All right, cool. That's it. So like, because I feel like one, you use the word love, it's a verb, it's an action. So it only makes sense that your love is proven by actions, right? So I had to learn, like growing up, even when I was going through my whole phase, I had to learn what a whole phase was first. Right. I had to learn that because I was like, I think I love this girl, and then it didn't work. I'm like, what? Going back to the drawing board, and I was trying to figure out what the missing piece was. And then, but once you know you got it, it's actually easy. It's the part of just maintaining what got you to that point. And then once if you keep on doing it, I know you always see the people that you always hear them old couples that have been married 40, 50 years. And when they say like, oh yeah, we had our arguments, we do this and the third, but what brought you back to the moment that made you fall in love with the person? What was that action? What was the things they were doing before? That's like I always tell you when you're married, date your spouse, do things that surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell you all this stuff, whatever. You have to keep it as in like the first that whole quote unquote honeymoon phase. And so I feel like for me,
can I interject with what you just said? I just want to say one thing.
Can't you just be like a commander or a first sergeant to like piggyback on what I got to say later after I'm done?
Go ahead.
But nah, I would say for me, I would say like, because that's what I had to take, that love as an action, and I had to show love through my actions. That's how you know I love you. I can tell you I love you. But what am I doing? What's the essence of that word? Or how do you know? If I ask my wife, how does she know she loves me? I'm pretty sure, hopefully, God willing, she can tell me some things that she knows, right? And I know for a fact why my wife loves me, or I know why I love her. It's the things she does, the things that she doesn't do that she does, like she doesn't know she does, but that she does. So I feel like for me personally, love is for me, it's fine. It's not because I just got married 3 years ago and life is sweet. Heck no. Okay. It can be interesting at times. We be going at each other's necks every once in a while, but at the same time, I feel like the love part always brings us down back to square one, because it's like once you got it, you don't want to not have that feeling. It's like getting that first hit. You're like, oh snap, just that good right here. So like after a while, it's like, yo, what do I need to do to get back to this high? And once you got it, you just ride that wave or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not gonna be the best of days all day. You're gonna have some lows. You definitely gonna have some lows. But once you got it, and that might even talk about marriage. I mean, you could be living with somebody, you be living with somebody for, I don't know, about how old am I? So you be living with somebody for like 20-something years or whatever and not be married to them, but you still love them because you just don't know what you would do if that person left. So right. It depends. What are you going to do to make it easy should be the question.
That should have been a question. So I'm going to piggyback on something that he said, and he said to continue to date. I want to say don't get complacent. Complacency is a killer. And, you know, when you are in that moment, value every second of it. Because what you have could turn into what you had. And you don't want it to be what you had. You want it to be what you have. So
he stole that off of somebody's Facebook post. I was going to let y'all know.
Hater. But, you know, so love can be everything you ever wanted. Because, you know, you get love. Like you get unconditional love from your parents. Parents give out unconditional love. They love you because they brought you into this world. That's a different type of love. The love from a mate or a spouse is totally different. It may have some conditions to it, and it may not. You know, Chris Rock always says the only people that get unconditional love is children, women, and pets. All man's love come with a provision and a condition of being a provider. Listen, and not always. Sometimes somebody just loves you to love you. Like they love the person you are. Don't lose being the person you are because you got complacent because you thought that person will always be there. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you have it. Enjoy it forever. Go back to the moment where you found that love that y'all had for each other. That's all I got, man. I could go deeper, but I'm really trying not to because I might start crying and shit. So, and I ain't trying to do that this week. So, Jamar, can we get to your question, sir?
Yes, sir. All right, and let me find it again. I had it. It went away. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Rebel leader. Go back to my page. And I asked, it's basically about Black folk taking different cultures and not accepting their own, basically. Yeah, that was actually that was a good question. Shout out to him again. I'll tell you, I kind of like this Orlando dude. He's a pretty cool cat.
Okay.
But nah, so he's like, Black people establish their own followings and culture instead of following everybody else's. So I was about to say that I had that purpose for that. I didn't want to spoil it for him on Facebook, but because I always felt like we came forward from Africa about 400-something years ago, and we naturally had to adopt cultures that weren't our own. And
right. I'm gonna let you finish. Because I got a whole different answer for this.
So I'm about to say from the beginning, since we landed on Plymouth Rock, right? So I feel like naturally we've adopted a lot of stuff that wasn't ours at all. It wasn't until we had people like Marcus Garvey and the Garveyites or whatever that came through. It's like, hey, let's get back to doing our own thing, because we got the Jews. They established their own thing. They didn't forget who they were or whatever. We had all these different other cultures that came in and did everything else. We took it from a little bit from every. We were supposed to be the original. We were kings and queens from the get. And but instead we came over here and then we started living like peasants and we became content with it. But I feel like once we get back to being us, bro, believe it or not, I feel like us as the African-American culture, I feel like we are powerful when we are united as one. We get back to the roots. I call it the nitty gritty. Get back to the basics. 1 + 1 = 2. Once we get back to stuff like that, we can be excellent. But I feel like because we're so busy being followers and not leaders, and social media doesn't really help that fact, I feel like we're always going to be stuck in this, like, hey, we're going to adopt this and that and the third. Instead of celebrating Christmas, let's celebrate Kwanzaa. Let's do some stuff like that, or let's little small stuff. Granted, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Probably gonna keep on celebrating. I'm probably gonna celebrate both, but but at the same time, I feel like it's stuff like that. We just forgot over generations and generations of stuff. There's always been it's certain traditions that, like, for instance, how do you season your chicken? A lot of people would say, I was taught seasoning in the sink, right? And that's something that's been passed down from generation to generation. Cooking in cast iron pans and skillets and stuff like that. That's been passed down from when we were making everything out of a cast iron or whatever. So I feel like little stuff like that we took, but as far as styles and list goes on. How we deal with finances or whatever. I mean, there's a lot that we've adopted, or we took their trends, or just we always call everybody else that want to wear the cornrows, or I don't know. There's a lot of people that outside of our culture do a lot of culture appropriation, or culture vultures. That's what they call culture vultures. So I feel like we always say that, but we are definitely guilty of doing the same. And I agree with him. I just never got it personally, because I feel like, look, I know my history. I know where I come from. I know who my peoples are. So I'm gonna rep that to the fullest. I don't care how you feel about it. That's always been my thing from the get. So I'm gonna try to pass down those same values to my kids. Hopefully, I can start a new trend. Hopefully, but yeah, I feel like, why can't we normalize Soul Food Thursdays, or instead of we turn up for Taco Tuesday, but we don't. Tuesday. But
I mean, your man Brian made that a big thing.
It was bigger before he got it. He can't mess around. Try to take that from he tried to take that from Los Angeles. I know they were like, bro, really? But yeah, I just feel like once we get back to, it's like I said, it starts at the simple stuff too. But I also feel like it's a generational thing. It's a generational thing. We're not teaching our kids the history anymore. We're letting society and other cultures raise our kids. So now you have, I don't know, kids dressing all preppy or whatever, and instead of donning I'm saying, what we do. I don't know. That's a tricky one, but I feel like we are definitely culture vultures in our and our own sense. Once we get down to the nitty gritty, it all starts at home. Put it like that. It all starts at home. Start training your kids to teach them where they come from and what their history is first. People out here screaming like Black Lives Matter. They don't know how the people marched on Selma and got beat the hell down. But that's another story, though. But hey, go ahead.
So, I feel like we are the culture setters. I feel like we are the trendsetters. I feel like people copy our culture more than any culture there is to copy. I believe that, yes, we do inherit things from other cultures, like Taco Tuesday. We celebrate that, or we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We celebrate their things. But in the mainstream of everything, everyone wants to celebrate our culture. They'll rather celebrate our culture than celebrate us as a people.
Boy, you better, boy. If you were there, I've been like, this is you, okay? Because that's so true though. Because you remember I feel like this year, right?
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Boy, that was.
So that's what I'm saying.
That was big right there. I like that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we are the culture setters. Like the black race is the culture setters. Like When you're a pop, let's take it to music. I'm gonna take it to music. Mm-hmm. When you're a pop star, you go get the black producer, the rapper.
Not Miley Cyrus and Juicy J. No.
What?
No.
Not Justin Timberlake. You go get Timberland.
Oh, my heart. Lord, my heart.
Not you know what I'm saying? Like
Charlie Wilson. No.
You know, we are the table setters. Like we can take it all the way back to Elvis Presley, who copied Rick Barry. Like we can take it back. Like we've always been the culture setters. We are culture. Man. That's why people talk about culture vultures, because they vulture our culture. We are the culture. We are it. This is why they dislike us so much.
I agree on that aspect where you said that point right there. That's how we should end the show. I ain't gonna lie. What I will say is that I have seen it to where we feel like, and this is where I think he was going, we feel like we have to be on the Caucasian level. Let's put it like that.
Exactly. We do because they have the money.
But listen, I'm not even talking about that. But listen, think about it, right? Polos weren't made for us, right?
No.
They were not made for us. None of it was. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of stuff. So you, like I said, hit the nail right on the head. Because like legit, I've always said like, hey, like people copy me. I wear hoodies around here. Everybody like, where you get your hoodie from? Like small stuff like that, right? So I was like, on a bigger scale, music is big because you always seen like that one white person that legit like, oh my goodness, like we can go from Iggy Azalea. I mean, we can go.
Listen, if you haven't watched a documentary on Netflix, I believe it's called This Is Music.
No, This Is Pop.
This Is Pop. Mm. Watch the first episode of it. The first episode is about the Boys of Men Effect. And you know why they call it the Boys of Men Effect? Because Boys of Men was an R&B group that went and crossed over to pop that was black. And you know what they did? They made 5 white groups modeled after Boys II Men. So you know your NSYNC,
not NSYNC and your
NSYNC,
Boys,
your Backstreet Boys, your 98 Degrees.
98 Degrees, yeah.
And they all got on there and said, "Oh yeah, we were modeled after Boys II Men. Like we were created after Boys II Men." One group was signed to Motown, which is 98 Degrees, because they were supposed to be the white version of Boys II Men.
Listen, and that's where I tell people all the time, like, if you look at it, like,
we are the culture.
Man, that is it. I feel like, and this is where, and going back to my original point, once we understand that's why I say it starts at home.
Right.
Once we understand that it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, hey, wear your little cut up jeans or wear your nice ass designer sneakers or all that, right? When you start embracing us, more and being proud of us and your history and where you're from and why you do things. Paula Deen legit took the way we made food and made it popular. How does that happen? I'm still mad about that.
Because we are the culture.
But listen, it didn't. Soul Food didn't get streamlined like that till Paula Deen signed off on it.
Right. You're absolutely right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I never understood it because my mom was doing the stuff in her kitchen with her other, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I never understood it to the way I was like, why do I have to go adopt? I'm not about to adopt no white people mayonnaise potato salad. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
but they adopted ours.
They tried.
Listen, they tried to adopt everything we do.
From
the way we talk to the way we walk to the way we dress.
Shoot, I'm about to say for all the younger people, what's my man that made the song? Y'all know what I'm about to say. Poppin', Jack Harlow. Yeah. Jack Harlow is the most recent one, okay? And
culture.
Like, I hate to be like that. He's cool and I ain't got no beef with the boy, but you think Eminem, everybody's favorite rapper, Eminem.
He ain't my favorite rapper, but
okay. I'm saying though, like, everybody's like, oh, like top dead or alive. Like, hey, Eminem has to be top 5 or whatever. And he top 10 on my list, yeah. But I'm saying, like, why do you think Dre signed him? Think about it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, he's a white boy that can rap like us and he knows he's gonna make music and he can sell. Cool. Like, that's it. But where did he get his inspiration from? Probably not from another white rapper. Because outside of Milli Vanilli and Vanilla Ice, I don't understand what else was happening.
He said Milli Vanilli. They weren't even rappers and they weren't white.
Oh, my bad. I said Milli Vanilli. I did. My bad. I meant Vanilla Ice.
Oh, man. But, I love it.
But even comedy, I mean, like, I can go from every aspect of the entertainment industry, like comedy.
Listen, that's why I said we are the culture. We just don't have. We don't believe we are the culture. We don't believe we have the power. We do have the power. We have the culture. My favorite statement that someone always said. Someone told to me at one point in time, especially during George Floyd and all these other social injustice things that was going on and Black people getting killed. They said the greatest thing that ever happened to America was that Black people want acceptance instead of wanting the power to take over. We want to be included.
I ain't gonna hold you. You said that's the best thing?
This is one of the things that someone said to me.
No, you said
it was one of the best things I ever heard because it was so true.
Okay.
Because we want to be included. We want acceptance. We want to be included. We don't want to be the power, because if we wanted to be the power, we could take this over. We could take this over.
Nah, we ain't ready.
If we all came together, we can take this. But the problem is we don't want to come together, nor do we don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'm about to say, because me personally, even though Barack Obama was probably not the best representation of Black America, let's put it out there. He was Black nonetheless, and he went all the way to the top office in the United States of America. He did that. I'll give him his credit. He wasn't when I see a Black president, he's probably not the guy I'm going for. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
However, he did it. So it made it see. Now we have somebody of color that was in the White House. No issue, no nothing. He was like one of the best presidents we ever had in the United States of America, according to Time Magazine. So apparently he did a pretty decent job.
He did something.
So here's the thing. I would say, like, and I always tell people now, like, at that point in moment, anything is possible. Okay, anything is possible. But so I like your point. That was a very strong point. But I want to say, Reggie, I think the time on the clock has wound about up.
Yes, it's about up. It's about up. So any parting words from you, JB the Kid? Let's get on out of here this week. We have had a pretty extensive show. It's been fun. It felt good to pod again. It felt good for me to be back pod in the right way. So I'll let you go first. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I always want to start off with saying, go Lakers. And on a serious note, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, listening. It's been a pleasure. We are almost down to the first season. I can't believe we have been doing this for over 2 months now. I just want to say, as far as an inspirational quote from the boy, take it from us, man. This stuff doesn't really happen. Success doesn't happen overnight. As much as we want to push the narrative or whatever, keep on grinding. I've seen people start from nothing and come out to be one of the top success stories in America. And I feel like that's going to be us. I truly do believe that. Like I said, I know it's not going to happen overnight. Let's keep grinding, stay motivated. When it looks bad, grow harder. I will say, I hope everybody's out there being safe and doing the right things. Labor Day weekend is coming up. I hope you guys have plans. I know I do. And I think that being said, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to the YouTube page. Go make sure you follow us on all listening platforms. And I hope to see you again for our season finale next week.
All right. So we are at the end. Again, we'd like to thank y'all for viewing this week's episode or listening to this week's episode of B&B on the Clock. For our first-time listeners, last-time listeners, family, friends, and all the On the Clockers around the world, we thank y'all for tuning in to B&B on the Clock. Please like, follow, subscribe, comment, shoot us a question. We want all that action. When you got it, we'll take it. So for Coach Reggie and JB the Kid 1, see y'all next week.
Peace out.